In this video, I'm going to be sharing how you can boost your conversion rate from cold traffic by simply turning your website into conversion optimized landing pages. So let's get right into the video. First thing is to show you guys some proof that I'm qualified to speak on the topic of growing e-commerce brands. One of our clients, in the last 90 days, over $1.1 million in revenue. We help 7 and 8 figure e-com brands scale. We do that through customer acquisition, customer retention, done for you services across paid ads, media buying, ad creative, landing pages, conversion optimization on the retention marketing side, email, SMS, LTV strategy, and done for you email and SMS, that is. And our model as an agency is we work with less brands. We don't work with a ton of clients. We work with less. We focus on those clients and we scale them as far as they will go. So with that out of the way, let's get straight into it. The brand I'm going to be sharing is called Nurse Yard. They sell compression socks for nurses, but also for anyone who really stays on their feet all day. Construction workers, servers, bartenders, travelers, pharmacists, realtors, etc. Right? So mainly just professionals who are on their feet every day at work and could use this product. So the main thing I want to cover today is the page structure. I've broken down this homepage, and the interesting thing this brand is doing is they're actually using the homepage as a landing page. And if you sell a product, basically if your e-com store is mainly focused around one product, this can work really, really well for you. Even if you have one hero product and you maybe have some additional products that you're selling as well, it can still work. And by breaking down this structure, by breaking down the individual sections and showing you guys specifically how these are conversion optimized and driven for conversion, hopefully you can apply the same things to your own brand, okay? So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be going through the PDP as well. It's interesting, inverted PDP. We're going to be going through another page as well, which is like an inverted product page, which is also really interesting. I'm going to be sharing the structure behind this one. And I'm also going to be sharing some ideas from other brands that maybe this brand could apply to even improve their conversion rate further, okay? So let's get right into the homepage. With the homepage, they say, buy one, get one, 70% off, better fit, better relief, better value. And pre-headline compression socks to keep you moving. So this is like a classic hero section. It's conversion optimized and it's offer driven, right? So we can see here offer driven headline. With the hero, we have audience identification as well and subheadline, designed for long shifts, travel, and everyday wear. Get lasting comfort and support where it matters most, right? And then this zero optimized hero means that we have pre-headline, headline, subheadline, CTA button, and then social proof and star rating as well. And then we have an image of the product, right? I would test maybe having like a nurse wearing the product because that also could help with the audience identification. Even like multiple occupations, like one nurse, one realtor, one construction worker, all wearing the socks together in like one image almost. That could be like a way to improve this a little bit, but this is like a very, very optimized hero section. Now we get into some covering the foundational questions, right? Shipping, returns, and guarantee, right? These are like the three things you want to cover. Usually, on your PDP, you would have them around the add to cart button, like around that area, because all customers have these questions in mind, especially when you're selling apparel, you're selling something where it requires sizing. You definitely want to have hassle-free returns, free returns, money-back guarantee, and of course, for every brand, fast and free shipping is a no-brainer, okay? By the way, if you're a new viewer here, my name is Jordan Hayes. I actually run a marketing agency where we help e-commerce brands scale their revenue profitably. Now, if you're running an e-commerce brand, you're doing over 100K per month in revenue, and you're facing challenges with scale, maybe your ads or your funnel is not working as well as it used to or should be, or even if it's just a lack of time and resource to put into scaling this part of the business, then that's exactly what we help with. So down below this video, there'll be a link to book a call with me. We'll have a conversation about your business, learn more about the challenges, your objectives, and see if there's a fit for us to work together. Worst case scenario, I can provide some insights as we're seeing with our other clients to help you at your current stage of your business. And as I mentioned, this is for brands who are doing at least 100K per month in revenue and they need help with scaling and obviously want to scale profitably. And in the way in which we help brands scale is we provide services across both customer acquisition and customer retention, done for you services which are completely hands-off. We take care of everything for you. And that includes media buying, CRO, landing pages, ad creative, email marketing, SMS marketing, overall growth strategy, lifetime value optimization, all that stuff, okay? So with that said, let's get back to the video. So yeah, as we see here, cover the foundational questions. Then interestingly, they have a mini listicle on the page, right? So we've seen how listicle landing pages, other videos on my channel where we cover those landing pages, work really, really well to just get the information, the features and the benefits across to the customer in the simplest, fastest way possible. And we can see here that this is 5 reasons, very, very simple, different features, different benefits, and it gets those across to the customer in a very, very clear, very, very fast way as well. You can skim through these and you can know exactly what it's all about, all right? Then we have who it's for. So relied on by professionals who stay on their feet all day. We have this like scrolling ticker bar, which shows all the different professions. Again, I would probably visualize these professions, like showing different people in these professions wearing the product, along with a social proof quote, like a review of that specific person in that specific occupation, because it creates a visual and it makes it a little bit more real for the customer. but nonetheless, they're calling out the target audience for this brand, okay? Then we have the shop section, which, if you're selling apparel, even if you're selling something where there's multiple SKUs of the same thing, like variants, then this is a good way to show the different ones, right? Customers can shop through, they can choose the designs that they want to shop by, right? And then under the product shop section, we have social proof, right? So again, I would like to link social proof with images of customers wearing the product with the different professions. I think that would make this a little bit more, bring it to life a little bit more. But I think nonetheless, social proof is a key thing to have on this page. Then some features, benefits, and CTA. They have these, which is 4 different sections following the same structure, and each one covers a different feature and benefit. So feel the difference, all day comfort and release, tired, achy legs. They're meeting the customer where they're at. They're meeting the customer with their current problem, and they're introducing their product as a solution, right? Compression that moves with you, and see every time we have a CTA button here that goes to the next page, right? Smart features, maximum comfort, and then like an us, for us, them as well. Then when we click this button, it takes us through to a very optimized collections page. Now, if you're in apparel, if you're in furniture and accessories, even if you're in consumer packaged goods, whatever it is, if you have a collections page, we have found that optimizing this collections page is one of the highest leverage things you can do to improving conversion rate. So to give you some quick fire things here, all the product images are of the same angle, gray background, creating some separation between the white background. And we have these little tags here, bestseller, sale, just to highlight some ones and help the customer make a decision. But you can see here that the structure below these images within the product card is the same, right? Headline, reviews, price with the strike through, and also the swatches, okay? So we found that following this structure works extremely well for helping customers make that decision, because all we're trying to do here is, yes, we're trying to increase conversion rate, but the way that we do that is we help the customer in their shopping experience. Customers are trying to find the products that they want the most, that they resonate with the most, so we need to make it as easy as possible for that, okay? Of course, quick repetition of the offer structure up here, which we've seen on the previous page, right? It's really important to create congruence. Just make sure that, yes, you're still going to get this offer, you're in the right place. You see here that some very easy, we see here some features and benefits as well, which I really like this ticker bar. It creates a little bit of movement to the page as well. And then filters are so important on collections pages, because again, it makes the shopping experience seamless. We have color, size, availability, right? You don't want to go overkill on your filters. You want to have enough, but you don't want to have too much, okay? And we can see here when we click on this product, we're actually taken to an inverted PDP, right? What this means is it's not your typical PDP structure, it's actually inverted. So we're focusing on features and benefits first, we're taking the customer through the journey, and then if they click this button, they're taken to the shop by section, right? And we've actually seen this work really well for some of the brands we work with, where we invert the PDP, and before we introduce the price, anything else, we're basically just cementing the fact that yes, you need this product, you should buy this product, here are all the reasons why, okay? So feel the difference, all day comfort and release. Again, we're meeting the customer where they're at. Tired, achy legs, long hours on your feet can take a toll. Support your legs, very, very simple problem solution statements here, right? And then some simple features, right, with some visuals. And then what we're doing with this section is we're basically addressing failed solutions, right? Some socks are too tight, others don't stay up, right? These are the failed solutions. If customers have tried compression socks, they've dealt with these issues. And what we want to do is we want to address those head on and say, look, we understand what you face with other products. Here's why we're different, and here's how we overcome these issues. And this specifically works when you're doing us versus them, right? Other compression socks with equal pressure, basically all these things that you want to avoid, and then nurse yard compression socks with obviously the positives, right? And again, some other, apart from just other compression socks that customers have tried, they're also going into other means of failed solutions: costly supplements, prescriptions, painkillers, stretching routines, expensive shoes, other compression socks. So it's not just the direct competitor, there's also these indirect competitors that customers have already tried. And this is important. You want to understand other things that your customers have tried and failed, or maybe things they're already currently trying that is not working for them. Because if you can address those head on, it means the customer feels understood. And when a customer feels understood, that's a customer that buys, right? So we want to make sure we address those, not just on the pages, but also in your ads, right? That's really the first touch point. You want to make sure that you address those failed solutions in your ads, and that's going to give you almost like a green light, then introduce your product as the solution and explain why it overcomes the usual issues that, the usual issues that your customer faces when they're trying these other products, right? So we can see here, again, listicle repeated as well, quick five features and benefits, and then the shop by section, right? If you're selling multiple variants, of course, you want to have your SKUs, you want to make it easy for the customer to just browse through, look at the different designs, different colors, and we can see here, free shipping, 60-day money-back guarantee is repeated here. I would also add the free returns or the hassle-free returns either here or just below the add to cart button. But nonetheless, this is pretty optimized. I think there's more that can be done here for sure. But I think overall it's a good structure. The fact that the brand is Nurse Yard and they're going after and they're positioning themselves as an authority just in the name, I think having something like this where you have a firefighter, like this brand is emergency preparedness, like putting out fires. Who do you trust? Firefighters, right? Nurse Yard, who do other nurses trust? They trust other nurses, right? Maybe they trust even different authority figures within the health space, right? So maybe senior doctors who, nurses, maybe they're in their career 5 years, but senior doctors are in their career 30 years. They're going to trust those doctors more with a product like this, where it's battle tested, right? So that's really the key here. That's what I would do. And also I think this brand, there's a good opportunity to do advertorials like this one, because this product right here, this newer product which we've broken down in the past on my channel, this advertorial is working really, really well, and it's coming from the frame of a doctor. So again, we could use other authorities within the community that we're selling to and explain the science behind why some compression socks don't work and why we've engineered our compression socks to specifically target the failed solutions, what the other socks don't do, right? And we can also dispel, the important thing with this brand for sure is there's leakage of customers going to Amazon. And this is the case for most brands. What most customers are going to do, they're going to come to your website, they're going to browse around, they're going to look at the price, look at the reviews, then they're going to go to Amazon, right? They're going to search on Amazon if they can find a comparable product for cheaper, right? And they're going to make a decision based on that. So what we want to do is in our landing pages, we want to disqualify Amazon as an option, right? And a lot of brands do this when they're running advertorials. We can see here is not available anywhere else except on our official website. You won't find it on Amazon or eBay. If you see something similar, that's just a cheap knockoff. So we want to address this head on because we know it's happening, right? So don't shy away from this. Address the fact that customers will go to Amazon and say, look, you're not going to find this on Amazon. Otherwise it's a cheap knockoff. It's not going to do the same. You're going to waste your money trying different solutions. Buy the real deal now. That's really the frame that we want to impose, okay? So just some additional ideas. Hopefully this video was helpful just to see how you can take your existing website and turn it into a conversion optimized landing page, conversion rate optimized funnel, right? That's really the goal here. So hopefully this video was enjoyable. If you are looking for a partner to help you scale your e-commerce brand and do so without needing to babysit your agency or your partner, then let's have a chat. We can identify the specific bottlenecks in your funnel and help you overcome those. And if there's a fit, we can work together, all right? That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one.